Ariana Grande is officially in the divorce process now. She
By
has
the way,
filed.
and so is her husband.
Yes, that was, we were saying that this split seems fairly amicable, despite the fact that she is dating someone else now.
I think he is too, Charles.
And maybe, yeah, actually,
From
this
what I
is a
heard.
good sign. But the reason I say that bring up it being amicable is the fact that they both filed, and they filed at the exact same time,
So
which usually means we've worked all of this out, we're good, we're filing.
And that's what it means here.
Yeah.
So this morning, Ariana filed, seconds later, followed by Dalton's response. So this was a well-coordinated effort. It was planned. And the reason they delayed, and I think this is really important, the date of separation was February 20th. So that's a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So they hashed out whatever they hashed out. And when they filed today, they've already settled this thing.
Right.
And the settlement, look, they don't have kids. They have a prenup. And so the settlement, we're told, she cut him a check.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how much for.
In addition to what the prenup called for, or this is a check that the
What
prenup...
we're told is he's doing somewhat better than the prenup. It's not like breaking the bank or anything.
Right.
But that's the way these things work. With a settlement, it means that if the prenup says this and he wants something more, you come up with something. And that's what they did. And they've kind of worked it out. So no drama. They filed, and they're moving on with their lives.
Kind of refreshing, right? Considering we're also in the middle of, Britney, or not in the middle of, but we had Kim and Kanye, which was so contentious. We had Kevin Costner. That's still ongoing. That's a real nasty divorce.
Kim and Croy.
Kim and Croy, right. It's kind of nice to see one where both sides can say, hey, this relationship is done, so let's kind of cause least amount of headaches for each other moving forward. We're told, I spoke to a source who knows both of them, who said it was very cordial. It's kind of a loving, respectful, and caring process that they've gone through these last few months, and now we're seeing the end result.
God, he's tall. I didn't realize how tall he was.
She's also really short.
Maybe
but,
so.
Yeah.
But, I think this has something to do with the pandemic, too. That I think pandemic relationships are kind of eye-opening when you get out of the pandemic and you say, maybe we don't have as much in common as we thought we did, because now we have so many options to live that our lives are not necessarily aligned for marriage, but it doesn't mean there has to be nastiness. I think the pandemic is a little bit different than a normal relationship.
That it makes it easier for both people to be like, yeah, this isn't right.
Yeah, and this was a pandemic relationship. So, I mean, this is the way the legal system works, is that, she had her position, he had his. You somehow figure out a compromise and where both sides feel decent about the way it resolves, and they did that.
Right.
And that's
now they both file, and basically they wait for the judge to sign off.
Right.
And what is it, 6 months?
It'll be 6 months, yeah. And it's over.
Hi, my name is Camila from Ontario, Canada, and after months of all this drama, I'm just happy that everything is finally settled. There's no back and forth going on anymore. Everyone's just separated. And I do agree what you have to say about, pandemic relationships. I feel like it's more heightened in the pandemic because you guys stuck together. And now that everyone's back to work, it's kind of like, well, I feel like we don't have as much in common. And whether they're together with other people, different relationships, Ariana Grande just needs to be happy. It's been a rough 10 years for her. She just needs to be happy.
She's already moved on because she's with her co-star of Wicked, Ethan Slater.